Welcome to episode number 69 of JPAR Success Superstars and my special guest, Jennifer Lowery.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
We did the boomerang on Instagram. That was kind of cool.
Yes, we already took care of that out of the way.
So is Instagram kind of one of your favorite platforms?
Yes.
Or do you like Snapchat, or what's your favorite?
Instagram is probably number one. I use Snapchat a lot. I also use Facebook a lot. Mm-hmm. So I think Instagram, number one, Snapchat 2, and Facebook 3.
Got it. Yeah. Well, so I'm so excited for you to be here today and share a little bit about your story. Mm-hmm. Now, you've been selling about 3 years.
Yep, 3 years.
And prior to that, you were in the oil and gas industry.
Yes, I was a geologist. Yeah.
Which in Texas is big.
Yes, it is.
So you know your rocks.
Yes, I know my rocks. Yes. Every time I go on vacation with my boyfriend, I'm like pointing out the rocks.
So tell us about becoming a geologist, what that meant for you and why that changed.
Yeah, so I went to Baylor for undergrad,
awesome.
And I think we all go through
Bears,
that.
Right?
Yes, sick 'em Bears. I thought geology was going to be it for me. So I got 2 degrees, went to Baylor, went to University of Kansas, and then worked for 3 different oil and gas companies doing internships, and realized after getting 2 degrees that it wasn't a good fit for me, was not a good fit. The oil and gas industry is very serious, very, male-dominated too, not that that's bad, but for someone like me with a really bubbly, warm, fun personality, especially being young too and being a female, it was a challenge to be taken seriously.
Right.
You're surrounded by scientists and engineers, and so my personality, it just didn't quite fit there.
Right.
I even had mentors pull me aside. They're like, "Hey, Jennifer, if you want to be taken seriously, you need to act more serious." And I'm such a fun-loving personality, warm and bubbly. It didn't really fit.
Right. Where you come to real estate, it's 75% female on the residential side.
Yeah.
A lot more personality driven, and so you just found a better fit.
Yes. Yeah.
So what's so cool about this story? You had the challenge and overcame the fear. Mm-hmm. You went through this amazing education. You're obviously very smart to get accepted into those kind of schools.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but to have the discipline, the stepping out in a new direction had to be tough for you.
Yes, it was, but I had a huge help because my mom has been doing real estate since 2000. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people ask, how did I get into real estate? Well, I've been helping my mom for years and years.
Right.
Even in high school, she would have me do all the computer stuff. So sending emails, filling out contracts, writing up requests for repairs. She always had me do it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was helping my mom, and so I did real estate through high school. Even when I went away to college, she would call me and be like, "Hey, can you write up this request for repairs for me?"
So in a sense, you were the assistant.
I was the assistant
for a number of years, and so you learned by doing a lot of the administrative and logistical functions prior to even.
Yeah.
Now, did she pay you?
She did not pay me, no. No, actually, so when I came back I was finishing up my master's, but I could do it from Dallas. I moved back home. And that's when I started working for her, and that's when she started paying me. But no, all through high school, no, it was just free labor for her.
There you go.
Yeah.
So about 3 years in real estate now. Mm-hmm. And what's been your biggest joy?
Biggest joy is, I know it sounds cliche, but it's helping people. Mm-hmm. Helping people has been my biggest joy because, I've seen how big of a deal buying a home is for people, and I get to help them through that. I do it every day. So for me, it's a piece of cake, but for people, it's this huge thing, and I get to walk them step by step through buying their home and just seeing how happy they are and seeing their families in these homes. It's so meaningful to me. So.
Well, what I love about your approach, too, is consumers only do this maybe once every 7 years, right? 3 or 4 times in their lifetime.
Yeah.
We get to do it every day, so we're so much more familiar with the process than they are. So someone like you who really helps them understand and walks them through makes a big difference in their life and their stress level.
Yes.
What's been the biggest challenge or the biggest setback in the 3 years?
Biggest challenge, biggest setback. Maybe getting clients. I think a lot of new agents, I mean, I was determined, right? And I
Right.
had my mom to back me up too. But you have to, I think a lot of new agents, because I have a lot of people that tell me like, hey, I'm thinking about getting my real estate license.
Right.
And I don't know if they know that you have to get your own clients. I
Right.
think maybe they think brokers hand you people that
Right.
buy a house or something and you get paid. But so figuring out how I was going to make money and
Right.
make a living.
How are you going to create a funnel
Yes.
of prospects?
Consistent
a
income.
consistent funnel. So that's
Yeah.
been a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Have you overcome that challenge? Do you feel you've kind of mastered it, or are you still in process of mastering it?
I think I figured it out. Not saying that it's working for me now.
Right.
I kind of just fell into it naturally because going back to my warm, bubbly, friendly personality, it really helps me a lot.
Right.
So I just leveraged my sphere. Once I became a real estate agent, let everyone I knew that
Right.
I was a real estate agent, and I worked a lot of lease leads in the beginning,
Right.
which a lot of agents don't like to do. It's not a lot of work, but not a lot of money.
There's not much financial reward
No,
on it, but
no,
there's
no,
a lot of
no.
experience reward. On it.
Yeah, no, that's true. But so my mom, she gave me all the lease leads that she didn't want to do because she's an experienced agent, and
Right.
I was hungry and did all of those, and slowly started just putting all these people's contact information into my database, and just staying in touch with them.
Right.
But really investing in relationships with my sphere, with past clients, with friends, and that really just naturally took on, a life of its own. So, yeah. I guess I just fell into it naturally.
So that came easy to you. It
did.
wasn't a challenge because of your personality.
Yes.
You're outgoing
Yeah.
and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Have you explored other lead generation sources besides Sphere and some of your past clients on leases?
Yeah, I did. So I never bought leads. I know that's a whole nother thing that a lot of agents are really successful at, the whole buying leads thing. I did have lenders that they would pay for the leads and then they would forward the leads to me. So I never paid for leads, but I got those internet leads, and that was not something I was good at.
Right.
I know there are agents that excel at that, but I excel when I'm face to face with someone. I really feel like they get to know me, they trust me, and so that warm, bubbly friendliness, it really works to my benefit whenever I'm face to face with someone. The whole calling, texting, trying to communicate with people, someone you don't know, someone you've never met, they don't know you, they don't trust you. It's a very cold way to do it, and I have not figured out a way to do that.
Right. So it's just not in your DNA. It's not who you are.
Not in my
Right.
DNA. Yeah.
So have you figured out what differentiates you from other agents? Right.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, there's in Texas there's 120,000 licensed.
So many. Yeah.
So what if I was coming to consider hiring you? What would make you different? Why would I hire you?
I'm not saying that other agents aren't genuine and truly care. I'm not saying that they don't. There are tons of amazing agents,
Yes.
but there are a lot of agents out there, as you said, and the people, I'm very selective in who I work with.
Right.
I meet them face to face, and if I genuinely like them and we genuinely have that connection, I care about them.
Got it.
Truly care about them. Care about their well-being, and I want to make sure that they get a good deal or get the most money if they're selling. So I think what differentiates me is I only work with people that I truly have a connection with and I truly care for.
Got it.
Because then it comes naturally. If I meet someone and we don't click or we don't vibe, I just let them go on their way and they can find another agent.
So you're very confident in your skills and ability. What about your hyper-local expertise? Do you spend time really getting to know the local market and what are the trends and what's happening in this, down not only to the zip code but to the subdivision level? Are you an expert in what's happening locally?
Yeah, well, I was born and raised in Dallas.
Right.
So I grew up in Irving.
Right.
And so I've lived here my entire life. I think there are a lot of agents who they've only lived here for a couple of years, but I've lived here my entire life.
Right.
So I know Irving really well. And then my dad lives in Euless. My mom lived in Keller, and now she's in Irving. But I had friends all over, so I really know the Metroplex really well. When relo clients come in, they're always like, oh, we don't know the area very well. I'm like, don't worry about it, because I do.
Because you got it.
Yeah.
And we have a new office in Keller and one coming in Fairmount.
Yes. Offices everywhere.
And now Addison, I like that, offices everywhere,
Offices
and you
everywhere.
can use all of them.
Yes.
And
I
the
love
coffee's
that.
free and the Wi-Fi is hot.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so as you look back over the last 3 years, is there anything you would do differently?
Yes. So we're talking about this in preparation for this interview.
You mean you prepared?
Yeah, I prepared a little bit.
Just like you do for your listing appointments, I bet, and your buyer's
Yes.
appointments.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
very
prepared.
Nice. Yes. I do like to be prepared.
So I have a quote.
Yeah.
Leave nothing to chance.
Leave nothing
Right?
to chance.
And when you're prepared, you leave less to chance, right?
Yes.
Because the more we leave to chance,
Yeah.
the more variance there is, and
Yeah.
you and I don't like variance because
Oh,
we
no.
can't control it, right?
No.
The more we prepare, the
Yes.
less variance. Yeah.
Yes. Leave. Yes. I love that.
Leave nothing to
Leave
chance.
nothing to chance. So hire a good real estate agent.
Right.
Whenever you go to buy or
Right.
sell.
Hire good real estate. Leave nothing to chance.
Leave nothing to chance. Yes. So what I would do differently, and this is what I would tell any agent, especially new ones, is take out your taxes from your
Yes.
commission checks. I'm not
Yes,
kidding.
of course.
Take out your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think, especially new agents, they see that big lump sum, and so do your clients too. They'll be like, oh my goodness,
But you
that's
have
a
your
lot of money.
self-employment taxes and
Yeah.
savings and
No, it's something that you see that big lump sum and you don't realize that like 30% of that doesn't exist. It belongs to the government.
Right.
And so that would be, it's so crucial. And I don't think people talk about it enough. No one ever told me.
Yeah.
And so then the first year I thought I made all this money.
but you didn't.
And I
Right.
didn't. And then
Right.
Uncle Sam came calling and I was like,
Right.
oh crap. So
Now, part of that is
take
shame
out
on
your
us
tax-
too. For we really try to communicate that as best we can. But there you go.
Take out
Pay
your
your taxes.
Pay your taxes. No, have your taxes too paid, because if
Well,
you
yeah,
spend,
that's
if you
true.
blow that money. No, I remember on Facebook there was this agent had just closed on $1 million deal, and she was like, "Drinks on me, blah blah." And I commented, I was like, "Remember to take out your taxes." And she was like, "Oh, you're no fun." And I was like, "I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but I mean it's true. You got
Well, and there we all have social obligations, and however we feel about taxes, we do have things to do.
Yeah.
So, what about things like hiring an assistant, using a transaction coordinator, working with a coach? Would you do any of those things differently now?
I haven't yet. My first 2 transactions with JP, because I think all new agents, when they join JP, have to have a mentor.
Correct.
That was really good for me. MJ taught me, because I had my mom, but that's one person with one perspective. And so having MJ really, there were times where she calmed me down, and she really gave me guidance and direction where I needed it. So mentors are really crucial, especially at the beginning.
And if you haven't seen MJ Franklin's episode, just go to the blog on jpar.com/blog and type in MJ, and her interview will come up.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing mentor and
Yeah,
amazing
go watch
agent.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. What's the future look like?
Yeah, I've thought about it a little bit. Maybe within the next 5, definitely 10 years, I want to start building my team.
Mm-hmm.
I love being solo, just have to worry about myself and take care of myself. But eventually, I just see that there's a need, just like I mentioned a mentor in MJ earlier, there is a need for agents to have someone experienced that they can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to build my team just so that I can have a bigger team, sell more homes, but then like pass on my knowledge, but also support other agents so they
Right.
can succeed. So I think,
Kind of like MJ's done.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
What about in terms of building wealth? Do you have some wealth building strategies in that 5-year plan of investing in some, investment properties?
Yeah, no, I think
okay.
that's something that a lot of agents end up doing whenever they get going and get successful as they start buying rental properties.
Right.
My boyfriend, Justin, who's also a real estate agent, he wants to eventually buy a multifamily property.
Oh, awesome.
So I think just being in the real estate industry, that is the go-to
Right.
income generator.
So now the two of you both being in real estate,
Mm-hmm.
does that have its advantages and its disadvantages?
I can't think of any disadvantages. It is
Well,
all
all you talk about is
advantages.
real estate, or do you? Or,
Yeah,
or
all
you-
we talk about is real estate, yes. No, but because there was one question too in prep for this interview, but it was what is like one word of advice, or like
Right.
what's a key to success? And something else I would tell agents is you have to have a support group, and
Yes.
not just a random support group, other agents. And so I'm just fortunate to where I have my boyfriend and my mom who are real estate agents. It works out really well. But you cannot do this alone. So if you don't have real estate agents in the family, you need to have a best friend who's a real estate agent, or even accountability group, because I mean, things are going to come up in deals that you're going to need to vent about, bounce ideas off of, talk about. And so I don't think any agent can do this alone. So key to success is you have to have a support group.
You have to have that small support group that you can do all those things.
Yeah.
And we have a great mastermind guideline within our BOSS system on how to create small groups and build accountability. And
so important.
Yes, so important.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, you have this amazing 3-year track record. You have a pretty exciting and expiring plan moving forward. Do you have any regrets?
Any regrets?
Would you do anything?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that, but no, I mean, no regrets. I love what I do. I'm glad I made the decision to move from a career in geology that I wasn't happy with, that I didn't fit in well. I'm glad I did it. So no regrets other than I need to budget more, budget business expenses and budget your taxes. I think that's my main little.
So budget.
Yeah, budget, especially your business expenses too.
Business expenses, which include taxes, and
right.
Running your household, running your business, and those type of things.
Yeah, managing money. I think.
Yeah, managing money for all of us is huge,
Yes,
right? It's a big skill set.
Yeah.
Now, during the 3 years, have you ever wanted to throw in the towel and just say, "I'm going to go back to studying rocks, finding gas and oil in Texas"?
No, it would have to be bad to go back to geology, but yes, I think that, I mean, if you do enough business, that thought is going to cross your mind a lot. And it's not your clients ever, because I love my clients. Like I said, I'm selective about my clients. I love who I work with. But I mean, sometimes those other agents, sometimes their clients people are crazy.
Right.
So sometimes you work with people who are just like, oh, I should just quit this. But I mean, there's good and bad in everything.
But how have you overcome that? When you face those feelings, how are you overcoming them to continue moving forward powerfully?
Yeah, other than happy hour with other agents.
There you go. Your small group where you can vent.
Yes. Yeah. No, I
probably
mean,
goes back to your small group, right?
Yeah. Venting to Justin, venting, and just talking to them about it. It's the support group that gets you through those times. Yeah. And also focusing on your clients and how you're helping them and the end result of getting them into a home, or protecting their interest when you're selling their home. Right. Focusing on that, because there are tough times and stressful times, and they're crazy people, but if you just focus on my why, which is I love my clients and I love helping them, and they need someone trustworthy, genuine, to help, knowledgeable, to help them through this, and that's me.
So the ultimate outcome of protecting your client's best interests and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Well, so as we wrap up this episode, is there anything we haven't covered that you'd like to share with the audience today? Think you've covered it all?
I think we've covered it all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I am so excited that we were able to spend this time together, and I think the audience is going to get great value, and we'll see you soon on another episode of Success Superstars.